Hey guys, welcome back to some more Gilded Guardian. So as we can see, the building blocks is currently up. However, a lot of players were saying the endless mode wasn't going to run as well, and that was not true at all. As you can see, we do have the endless mode. Now this is day one of the endless mode. Since it has come up, we have used all of our tickets. So going through here, we want to try to make as much progression as we can to get into the higher cursed realms. So that way we can get more rewards out of here. So I actually did a novice run, which we maxed out. We got the medium run. The high run is what we're doing right now. As you can see, we have one more of our tickets. Now, when it comes to using one ticket or two tickets, right now, the 2 tickets is going to double it, but you want to make sure that you're getting as high as possible within the endless mode. That way you're getting the highest possible loot. Now, of course, with multiple tickets, you're just getting more rewards out of there. So they actually doubled the rewards, but it is not going to help you go ahead and finish progression. Now, you'll also notice this is running from 7:10, which is today, all the way to 7:16. So we have an entire week of this with the modifiers being right here. The domain bonus is soulless. So we want to make sure that we are putting the heroes in there. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to hop on high, swapping through here, and I'm running my same team. So this is the team that I have been running. Now, of course, looking at the rest of the heroes, players again have said both ways that it works with the heroes or not with the heroes. So I'm going to drop all these in here. I am running a 4-man team. Now, running the 4-man team gives me the ability, as you can see level wise, we have 160, 143, 110, 133. If I did not run 4 heroes, if I just ran if I ran 5 heroes, they would be around level 110 across the board is where I'm kind of landing. Now, of course, we've made a lot more progression since we've been getting some more scrolls out of here. The command order, I am still keeping the same, increasing the endless score that is gained. And that is what we're looking to do. So we have been climbing. Now, one of the annoying things is with multiple game modes going on, you'll actually see right in this top right, you'll get pinged with your notifications if you're going up and down in ranks. And it is happening like absolute crazy. So looking in here, and I hope this really helps some other players' runs. Meditation gaining a rare rune. I'm not worried about the rare rune. I would rather have the dungeon coins. That way, if I get a really bad rune that I can go, or the cursed effect, that I can actually wipe that out. So I want to pick those up. Now you'll notice right here, attack, stealing, resistance. And then of course, monster has a chance to apply curse. These ones don't really make a big difference. But again, we have an immunity in here. The immunity is the absolute biggest nightmare. And you'll notice you get cursed every 2 floors, which means Guardians cannot use their ultimate. That is a nightmare. When you absolutely use it, that is a nightmare. No longer dungeon coins. Now, this is the first room. We got to get some more dungeon coins in here. When a Guardian takes a critical hit, they lose energy. I'm okay with that one because you'll see the formation that I'm using. So we'll drop out our hero right there. I put my actual healer right here in the back. Leah's in the middle. I put Grizel right here, meaning Karuk is going to be the one taking all the damage. If he takes a critical hit, I am okay with it because, of course, his energy is going to go down a little. The back row, my team itself, we're not going to see that energy reduction. Again, him, I'm not worried about. And, of course, a lot of players were wondering with the notifications how, if there was no endless mode, that they'd be able to go through and make the content and make all of their daily quests, which of course we can do in here. Now this one at a distance, allied gains 15 more attack speed, good, and attack speed when no enemies are on your side of the battlefield. That is awesome because remember, we only have one hero that is going on the enemy side of the battlefield. So looking here, we do have the skull, summon 1 skeletal archer. The other one actually does wolves. I will take the 1 archer over the wolves, and we'll go ahead and do that one. Now, the 2 wolves, they've kind of been showing up random. Now, you'll also notice that when we get the curse of no dungeon coins, we're still getting dungeon coins. So it's kind of funny to see. But I'll grab it next time and I'll show you what I mean. And I know there's been a lot of bugs in here. There's been some players that are actually getting stuck in a few places within the building blocks, even a few places in here where they've already donated runes. They don't have the ability to do it again, but they don't have an ability to go further. Now, of course, looking at Solus right here, we do have 2 heroes that we're running right now, so that is going to give us a pretty good increase. Mist of Fates, I'm not liking how they're doing this one at all. Not at all. Now, you can see we just got ambushed right there, but we keep getting a ton of fortune tellers going through here, which again doesn't really have a huge impact because I don't do anything with them. I'm not going to take in the RNG aspect, trying to get some new runes. You can see we're at 148 right there, getting some more tokens. And this is what we've been saying about getting spammed on the side with those. And I don't know if there's a way to turn it off. So there we go. So we're going to go with the skeletal archer in here. Again, it seems like this is bugged out a little bit. And you'll notice that when we go ahead, now we get another buff, which is every 2 floors, additional magical resistance and physical. I'm doing enough damage. So right here's our 5 targets. And you can see, I don't know where the skeletal archer is. I don't know if it didn't appear in there. I see the wolves, but I don't know where the archer actually shows up. And if it's showing up, look at this. We're maxing this out, 45% attack speed. I will definitely take it. Now, of course, this is the wolves. This is the defense. Have to make sure that you know what you're getting into. If you're going to fight the wolves, can your take it? Are you a high enough level to make progression? And of course, like we said, every 2 floors we are getting cursed. No longer get dungeon coins. Let's go ahead and do this one. And I want to see what we get. And again, a lot of players were saying this one was bugged in its entirety, that you're still getting all of those dungeon coins, even though it says you don't. We're still seeing them show up, which again, going to have to see some adjustments or some changes. Rank 143, I feel like we can make a lot more progression in here for what we're pushing. 18 coins. And there we go. Start of defense. We'll go ahead. Intelligence Guardians. We have 3 Intelligence Guardians. And of course, there is our outranked. As we're climbing, other players are climbing as well. And you'll see it does go kind of back and forth. There's 10 more stones. Camp and a merchant. I always do camp first. Now, of course, this we want to trigger our command. So we actually want to do the Inspire buff, which now is moved to the middle with the restructuring. You see it, Inspire, give the command order. That is, of course, boom, going to give me damage reduction for 4 seconds. And you'll see that when we come into combat, the damage reduction that we're actually seeing. Now, another thing to note is these have 2 debuffs. These have 2 debuffs. This has 1. The left one and the right one, because they have multiple debuffs, you are actually getting a better or getting a higher amount of those endless coins. So you want to, again, make sure and pay attention to what you're getting in here. Getting another curse again. Damage reflect. Now, I am okay with this one. Reflects 50% of incoming damage, but receives 25 magic damage. We only have 1 single physical damage dealer in here, which again, looking at the shields and everything else, doesn't take a lot of damage from the physical damage, or doesn't even look like that it's showing up or working properly. So I don't know what they did. I think maybe they bugged it. Now, keepers. We have a couple Keeper Guardians. We'll drop that one in. Again, going into the miss. Is it just going to be another ambush? Which it is again. We keep seeing the same thing. Even when we had a lot of the tombs or the warrior tombs where we could search. When we'd search, we would just get a camp. We weren't getting any more endless tokens out of there. I don't know, again, kind of what's going on, if it's a little bit bugged. Now, of course, increasing damage to enemies with low HP. As HP drops, the damage is going to increase. There is the immunity. This is the one that you want to stay away from. Every 10 seconds, they get an invincibility. Some of those you can kill fast enough, but some of those, especially if you are a lower level player, if you don't have, all of these heroes built out, it is very hard with the immunity. We got energy is reset. We got a shield and then energy recovery. I'm going to go for the shield. Now, I don't think I've seen guild coins. I don't think I've seen any of the coins that we've gotten out of here, or excuse me, any of the dungeon coins. I want to see if they show up. I want to see if we do see them. There we go. So rank 141. Tap to continue. There we go. We got a couple more coins. Keeper Guardians. Again, we have Soulless Guardians. I'm going to go with the Keeper in here. Now, there's the defense. Of course, this is going to be our Archer. First time coming through here, we're going to pick up another 50 tokens. This is the reason why all of your tickets want to be and need to be utilized to go in here and actually build these out. So we got crit, we got reset, energy recovery. The crit is pretty tough. I'll go with energy recovery, especially because we kill them out pretty fast. If I have Leah ult, and I want to get the charm as well. Boom, there we go. 139 we climb up to. There is 300 more rubies. Mage skill damage, of course, we have our mage, which is our primary damage dealer. We've been outranked to 140 already. We're not moving through here fast enough is what I'm thinking. There we go. We got the chest, more of our e-coins. Now I go to the merchant. Second time, I always do the merchant. We can wipe out a curse in here, but we can also get some unique runes that we don't have elsewhere. So looking at like front line, which we don't have any tanks. 10% HP at start of battle. I like. Warriors recover HP, 1 HP every 6 seconds. That's actually pretty good. And you know what? We'll go ahead and get some healing. So we have double healing right here because, of course, we only have one single healer that we're running in here. So that can actually aid Torvis just a little bit with the healing. And, of course, looking at our warrior, getting the warrior the ability to live. So we know the immunity is there. Reset to 0, 10 seconds. Then, of course, the backline crit. Both of these are pretty nasty, but so is the crit. Let's go with the crit. I'm thinking just for the immunity piece. And of course, now we're going to have some healing at the beginning, going to have some healing. And there, both the wolves actually showed up right into Leah's casting. We got keepers, we got redeemers. Let's go with the redeemers attack speed. Because again, I believe Karuk is a redeemer. Maybe, yeah, he's a redeemer and he is a Terra. There we go. So we got ambushed again. And this, of course, is just crazy, crazy curse happy. It seems like, there we go, move to 135. But the amount of curses that we're receiving in here is kind of crazy. Again, mage damage gets some area damage, which I would definitely take. 137, so we're moving up and down. And I think we have one more run out of here. So 136. Backline crit, we have shielding, and then energy goes to 0. Now, I do the combination where if I do the energy goes to 0, I combat that with the ability to start at 0. Because you got a 10-second kind of buffer in there. Now we go to 3. You can see we have 600 of our rubies in here, 50 more of our tokens. But again, the curses. This is literally the land of curses. And you'll also notice that they're not all boss fights either. So let's reset the energy to 0. And I'm thinking just survivability wise, trying to get them. Now, of course, normal attacks do take them down pretty quick. There's our 600 rubies. Start a battle, we'll go with normal shields. I like the healing reduction. There we go, Ben outranked. And again, I don't think there is a way to turn this off, guys. That is actually sitting up in that top corner. I think it just kind of runs like crazy. Again, we already used the merchant. We already used the camp. We can go for the Mist of Fate. I don't know if ley lines show up in here. I haven't seen it as of yet. But I'm hoping, see Fortune Teller. Fortune Teller I don't mess with. You could go in here, upgrade a rare rune, embrace a new rune. I control my own fate. And there we go. Again, we have the immunity on this side. We want to stay away from that immunity. And of course, we only have the one immunity, but in turn, we get a crazy amount of curses, just like that. All right, so can I use their alts? We got some shields. I'm going to do the alts because, of course, remember, we're going to start at 0 energy. Now, looking at the timer, look at their energy down here. Oh, we didn't even get enough. We got about 5 seconds in. So even with, by the time we get our energy built up, we already have the ability, which let's go ahead with the Redeemer. But we already do have our energy built up to where we need it. After 10 seconds, we can definitely alt. And last time I pushed far enough that I actually had all of the debuffs. So we got to the point, the floor levels where we did get all of those debuffs, making it really, making a big difference in here. Hero guards, magic for every enemy killed on the battlefield increases attack. Let's go for magic. We'll just keep pushing it. And again, when you start this, you want to try to push this as far as possible, as fast as possible. And here you go. So right now we're starting to see less of the buffs or of the curses because we're running out of curses. Run room 22, so we're not doing too bad. There's 129. And I think I still have one more ticket after this. If I remember, I think I still do have one more ticket. So this, of course, is going to be our Skeletal Archer. And I love this mode because with the reset, with the season reset, we get all of the rewards out of there. So it's kind of crazy that we do get all of the rewards. But it's also very good because, again, we get all of the rewards out of there. There's the Skeletal Archer. He popped up. We seen him for a second. The 126. And there we go. There's 3 more of our stones. Boss battle is going to give us some more attack, defense, and HP. Spammed with our rank, even on a chest. 129. Merchant again. Camp. Let's go to the camp. The other one seems to be kind of a waste that we're getting out of here. And I don't know, I think we can get a free rune out of here, because I think the first one is HP and energy. Let's get some coins. You know what? Since we can't earn our coins, let's get some coins, which is pretty cool. Now we can actually skip some of these curses or go to the merchant and just kill some of the curses. Might actually do that. We can get rid of a couple of these curses, because I know skipping it, but I want to make sure. So you'll notice that the curse is leveling up. A lot of people might not realize this. The curses are leveling up. So when you go into the merchant and you get rid of the curse, if you get rid of the curse, I believe, and I've heard, it gets rid of all 3 levels of the curse. So you could go back, and again, it would reset quite a bit if you do get rid of all 3 of those. And of course, it is just another ambush like we always see. Crowd controlled right there. And of course, there's Meteor. But again, about 10 seconds, that takes us to 122. Now, last time we did get a promotion when it came to, there's our charm. But we did get a promotion last time, moving up the ranks. And I know they re-ranked, they restructure a lot of stuff. But we ended, I believe, at 9. I think we were right about 9 for the rank that we were in last time for the endless mode. And there we go. So that is the last curse that we can get. And you've seen we have 182 of those guild coins. Still kind of burning through. And it's going to take a while longer before we actually run out. Of course, let's go with the Redeemer's attack speed. There's our immunity. Don't want to pick the immunity. I will take getting our 2 little friends up. Usually about floor, last time I think it was floor almost 50. Maybe it was 50 before we actually got to the point of finishing out the run. All right, so 118, we got 18 coins. Let's go ahead and do some more charm. Love getting the charm. Anytime that I can take some of the damage off of the primary, my primary tank, my warrior. Decreasing rank, increasing rank. Let's see, I don't have enough for the merchant. Let's go to the camp. You know what? It might be actually smart in here to go through and do the camp and just pick up the coins, if it will let me continue to pick up the coins. I'm wondering if that would be a pretty smart way to go, because then I can hop over to the merchant the next time it pops up if I'm getting the coins, and go ahead and get the rest. Because again, I used the other one. I was hoping for the ley lines. I never seen it, never got it. I don't know if it's bugged. I don't know if there's something that I'm missing in here, but I haven't been able to pick it up and haven't been able to see it as of yet. So we don't have any tanks. Pure guards, again, we have a few of those. Let's go with mage damage Mist Valley, which of course going to get ambushed. There we go. There's our ambush. And it's kind of weird that happens every time. We're just seeing, and now you can see we're taking a little bit more damage out of these heroes. 116. Physical reduction. We got redeemers in there. Let's go with the redeemers. Get some crit, get some lifesteal. And remember, this is day 1. We're literally only 1 day into our endless runs. See, some of them go down pretty easy. 115. I feel like the next run, so when we level up again, we are going to make a lot more progression in here as the points get higher as we get into the further runs in here. And it's kind of weird with the tickets too, is because now they offer us more tickets. There's the boss. You can see the boss actually right there. That is the big boss, like on the main homepage. Little skeletal archers in the back. Again, doesn't matter for the alts because of course we reset to 0 every time. If they take fatal damage, there you go. First 20 seconds of battle, I will take the immunity to that fatal damage. Or coins. Let's see. I think we got enough for the merchant now. I want to see if we can wipe out one of these curses. There's our friendly merchant. Of course, we got first aid. Leading the way is actually pretty good. Frontline get 20%. The Imperials. Let's take out a curse. We took out the physical and the magic resistance. Not too bad. I mean, we wiped out a pretty good curse. But of course, watch. the next room you get the curse back. So again, I think it might be better just to go ahead and pick up all of those runes. So this, of course, is going to have the only curse that we just got rid of. Boom, which is the one. And again, now I know going forward, that is the best way to do it. And that's the reason I'm doing this, kind of the methodology behind it. Getting the coins out of there. And then, of course, not getting rid of the curses because we're getting all the curses as it sits. But we can drop and get a lot more runes in here to really fill it out, because there'll be a point where the runes are almost done as well, that we'll start collecting a majority of the runes. I think we're on, what, 35? Thought maybe it was 35, 39. We're already 40 floors in. This one's a little bit tougher because if we take back damage, if we take damage in the back, that is usually when a lucky crit or a lucky ult can take out the targets, can take out our heroes in the back. Physical, we got boss battles, there we go. 108, I wonder if we can break 100 in here. Wonder if this endless mode that we're going to be able to get through here. And again, once we get to a higher level, once we're happy with the level we're at, which I was running legendary last time, is then we can just double up on the cards, making it way, way easier and way faster to get through this content. Because of course, we're about 20 minutes in and we're still doing the run. Don't want the immunity. I will take our little ice guys, our little ice lizards. Of course, here's the boss. I don't think we have any curses left. Look at Karuk. He's going to go immune, which he did right there. See, this is what happens. So even if I go in here a couple different times, usually when they start attacking the back row, because they've scaled to such a high level, that most of the heroes in the back are going to take an incredible amount of damage very, very fast. The Tavros went down right there, even with the heal up. I mean, they're critting for 130,000 damage. Can Karuk get through it? No, he does not. That is the end of the run. But again, we got through, and with the season being reset, like I was saying earlier, because now we can go to expert mode. Look at the rewards. This is where it gets crazy, guys. 100 scrolls right there. We, of course, got rubies during our run. There's another 100 scrolls right there. Another 100 scrolls right there. That is a ton of resources that we've picked up so far with these runs. Even getting down here, look at all of the loot to come and all of that crazy loot that we've already picked up. Now, of course, I have one more ticket. I'm going to use my gems, but that'll give me one more ticket. I should be able to get through the expert run. Getting up to masters makes a big difference when it comes to progression in here. And I think I'm at what are we at, 107? So 107, we still have another run, which I'm okay with. And again, these higher scores are when you're much higher. Now, of course, it took us back down to bronze. I'm going to have to see, because we were actually built up quite a bit higher based on last one. But all right, guys, so that is going to do it for today's video. Let me know in the comments what you guys think. And as always, thank you guys for watching.